Hey, hey, my friends. Welcome to Live at the Ginger Cat Ladies Craft Table. I'm Pam, and my guest over there is Beth Schuler from Beth Schuler. It's always an easy one.
It is easy. People say,
So,
"What's your channel name?" Just my name.
it's just my name. It makes it really easy. Yeah.
I I have a hard time memorizing, but everybody with double names.
Oh my gosh, I know. It does take a bit. It does
It
take a
does.
bit.
I
Let's see. Welcome to Jay from Lovely's Crafting Lodge. Hi, Ellen. Hello, Jenny. Hello, Juju. Welcome. Um, let's see. Who else do we have here? I think that's it for now. We have 5 people out there. Only a couple of them have commented. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Up at the top of the page is Beth's channel. So you can click on that. If you are not already subscribed to her, go ahead. You can go ahead and click on that and subscribe to her. Hello, Terry. Welcome. Hello, Karen. Welcome. So yeah, if you haven't already subscribed to Beth, make sure you do that. Hi, Patty. Welcome. Hello, Amy. It's like they're all coming in all of a sudden.
That's great.
It's 1 at 6. We're like, okay, boom.
That's wonderful.
So for those of you that haven't already watched one of my lives for the Ginger Cat for the live at the why can I not talk live at the
Spit it out. Spit it out.
craft table? Whew, that was a tough one. The format is just hands down crafting while I ask some questions. Nothing hard, nothing crazy. Oh, thank you, Terry. Terry just subbed to you. That's awesome. But they're just fun questions just to kind of get an idea of where Beth is in her crafting and her pick her crafty brain a little bit and just have some fun. So I do want to mention that Beth has a Facebook group. It's a group that you do need to subscribe to. It's called Beth's, if I could talk, Beth's Crafty Mixed Media Room.
Yep.
And that's a Facebook group. You can find that. And then, I know, right, Jenny? You can find that and then ask to join, and then she will let you in after that. And she also hosts swaps every month. This month is Twinchies, right?
We did. Well, last month was dolls, and I want to show you my doll book because I'm proud of it. And this
Yes.
month we were doing hidden pockets,
I
and
love those.
then for September, and then October we're doing Twinchies.
October, that's right, is Twinchies, yeah. Oh, why am I so blurry all of a sudden? There we go. So yeah, so she does those. Beth is live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then she also occasionally goes on with Becca and Dana sometimes. So that's not a constant one, but she does show up there every once in a while as well. So,
yeah.
All right,
And
Miss Beth.
I have been known to have people on with me that is like new. Didn't I have you on with me one day? Did you come on with me once?
No, not me.
Okay.
No.
But I would be glad to have you come on as a guest sometime so that you can meet some of my crew, and
Thank you.
And we can just kind of do the same thing and art together and goof off. But
It's
I
always
have
fun
been known
to just goof off.
for newbies and we're a very good community, arting community, that the group that I'm in, and you are in it now.
And I have quite a few people that come over to me from you as well. So that I have met because of you and Juju and Becca and Dana and so. I mean, there is some outside of it, but I think we've got like a decent mix of people.
Yeah,
and they're all they're all so sweet and nice and caring, and I just and that's the thing I think that has surprised me the most out of all of this is that just how nice everybody is.
Yeah, it's
You
a
know,
good group.
I didn't quite expect that. So Beth, how did you get started in your like junk journaling, mixed media kind of thing?
Yeah.
Hey, Carol, welcome.
Well, I'm glad you asked. That's a good question. I um I've been on. I've had a computer since like 2009, when computers were starting to get popular, and I
Right.
was a great big Facebook Farmville girl, and I had a lot of friends in Farmville, and I did the email every day where we would refer little clips to each other. It was kind of a hobby that we did, and send them a funny something to read or something spiritual to read, or you'd email each other things and pass them on. And then we moved to Florida in 13, and 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 so when I came down here, I wasn't I had my iPad, and I was bored one day, and I discovered YouTube, and I discovered I could search for crafts, and I got into Dee Dee Willingham's room, and she was live, and I had never seen anything live before. I didn't realize, and you can chit chat in the chat, and they can talk to you right now and answer you, and you can ask questions and do stuff like that. And my whole world opened up when that
Right.
happened. And and I was at a very, very low point in my life. I had, after the third moving truck, the third Pensy truck that we drove down here from Kentucky to Florida, I had a little nervous breakdown, and
Oh,
it
I'm
was
sorry.
just stress, stress, stress. And so I said, I'm going into the bedroom, shutting the door. The bed wasn't even set up. I had a mattress on the floor. I didn't care. I threw a blanket down, and I just closed the curtains and made it black, and stayed in there for the longest time to recover. and it, and I found Dee Dee, and so she was the first one, and so she was on a streaming platform called UStream. I mean, yeah, UStream. Is it UStream? I think it was UStream, and it's no longer inactive now. And they quit after a week of me learning how to get into that thing, and learning how to
Oh, man.
get to people, finding their schedules, and finding out when the other girls were live. And I watched uh, Jean. There was a girl named Jean that watched Dee Dee all the time, and she was a watercolorist. And there was Janet Young and Barb Owen, and the next week everybody switched over to YouTube. So I had to learn how to do YouTube and do all that. And I was really kind of mad that they switched over on me, but it was for the best.
Right.
So I've been hooked on it ever since 2013. And then a couple of years later, and Joe says, "What are you doing in here?" And I have a craft room in my spare bedroom, and I said, "I'm watching this girl. Listen, she's going to talk to me. I can ask her a question and she'll answer me." And I said, Listen to this, Joe. And just say my name. Wait, you'll get to hear her answer my question." And so he says, "Wow," he says, "that's really cool." And he says, "Well, you can do that. You can do that. You should do that, Beth." And I said, "Yeah, right. Sure. I'm going to do something like that." And the next thing I know, he bought me a camera and set it up in here to stream. And oh my gosh, I had a couple of other people that helped me get set up, and teach me how to pull the ropes off, and I've been doing it ever since. And I said, "Well, I don't know when I want to stream." So I said, "I'm going to stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays." And originally it was like 8 o'clock at night, because that was kind of a normal time. And I kept moving it up, and now it's and I'm almost ready to move it up to 5:30. But I do come on. Have been known to come on early, but I've been doing it ever since. And I said, I I don't know which day I want to keep, Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday. I couldn't decide, and I still haven't decided. I've been doing Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday ever since 2019, and I've been streaming since 2019. So it's been 6 years, and
Apparently, you're keeping all of them then.
and I can't wait to run in here and get online. And
I
I am located in Florida at this time, but I'm originally from West Virginia, so that I do have an accent.
That's where the accent comes from.
Yep, yep, back home. It's not quite as bad as the back 40, but
No,
no,
yes.
I don't talk like Mississippi. I talk like West Virginia, West by God, Virginia.
We love our Mama Juju accent.
Oh, I know.
Welcome, Ligia. Welcome, Steph and Yuda and Lydia. Um, Steph, if you haven't done it already, because I imagine you probably have, can you post the link over in Chatty Crafters? I know that Jenny already posted it in After Dark. I didn't think to put it over there, so yeah. All right, so do you remember the first thing you ever made? And
Yes.
bonus, you have it to share with us.
Yes, I do.
Nice.
I know where it is. I was watching Barb Owen, and I made my first journal with her. And actually, this is not it. It's another pink book. But it was with Barb Owen. It was fabric paper, and we would use this the teal, or the what do you call that,
Tool?
tulle fabric, and we would use the heat and press. They had this sticky stuff on one side, and then we would glue it on paper, and it made a fabric book from Barb Owen, and that was probably in uh, I would say 2013 or 14 when I
I've
made
never
that.
heard of doing that before. That's really cool.
And then I would paint along with Dee Dee, and I remember doing lemurs in space. She likes lemurs, and we did them in space, and they were in these little boxes. And I've done that, but I couldn't tell you where that book is. I mean, I have the book, but not at my fingertips.
She did. It cracks me up. It's like how everything that she does has a space theme to it.
Yeah, that's probably her trade mark, is
Yep.
space. And she likes
Yep.
to involve time with her space, which is time travel type stuff.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome, Joyce. Welcome. What's your current go-to glue, and are you loyal or a glue trader like me?
I have so much glue in this room. I think it would be fun to guess how many types of glue I have in my room. I think I think we could probably count how many different types of glue. And I have decided, after fighting with the the glitter glue with the tip and all that, and how it clogs up every few seconds, I decided I didn't want to do that anymore, and I went straight to Elmer's glue. I got
And
Elmer's
that's what you
school
use now?
glue and Elmer's, and actually, if I buy it again, it'll be the all glue,
The
which is a
all-purpose
little bit.
one?
The Elmer's all glue is a little bit. It's like tacky glue, but it's not as tacky as Arlene's. It's
Gotcha.
thicker
Okay. Yeah.
than the school glue, but that's my go-to glue now from now on. I buy it by the gallon, and it's about 30. I think I paid $33 a gallon the last time, and that was because of the shipping and everything. But it's about the same equivalent to the Dollar Tree glue if you were to add ounces for ounces.
Oh, wow. Nice. Hey,
Yeah,
Di.
but it's
I
cheaper.
want to
It's
thank
convenient.
Elmer's Glue All. There it is. That's what
Yeah.
Joyce just posted the name of it. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Um, I want to thank my wonderful mods. They're out there every time Beth says the name of somebody's channel. Juju's popping it up there on the screen for us. And Steph has got other stuff going there. She showed you, but in case you didn't see it, if you want to share your channel, if you type !share, it will then go ahead and share your channel out for you. Hey, Tracy, welcome. Yeah, I'm faithful to my Barely Arts, but my other glues keep changing. Although I've finally, I think, found the glue stick of choice that I'm sticking with.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, otherwise it pops around. So
What kind of glue stick do you use? I just buy whatever's on sale.
it's called glue, GLOO.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Let me take it off of you. I got you stuck up there without me.
Glue. You buy
Yeah, it's
glue.
glue, GLOO, and it's from it's an Asian company. I get it off of, or an Asian glue. I get it off of Amazon, but it
Okay.
works. It dries pretty quickly, and it dries nice and it dries really well. Hello,
Okay.
Julie. Um, yeah, so I really like it. I haven't had any troubles with anything falling off or not sticking like I do with other. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
Hey, 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 hey,
Who did that one come from?
Marty.
I
And I
mine is a skater. She sent me a skater because she was
yeah,
my partner.
and I found this in another magazine, and it's just, and look, it's got art on her leg. So
Oh,
she's
that's
my. I haven't
hilarious.
put her on cardstock yet, but that's equivalent to they're practicing their karate moves. Hey, hey, yeah.
That is
We
pretty
love our
funny.
paper dolls.
Hey, Cal, welcome, welcome. Is there a supply you refused to use at first that you now love? Something that you're like, oh no way, I'm never going to do that, and now you do it all the time.
Well, no, I don't think there is. There might have been supplies I didn't have yet, but
Uh huh.
I've got tons of supplies. I got more supplies that I know to do with. But
Right.
I don't know that if there's anything that I dislike that I don't like to use. I don't think if I come up with something, I'll let you know. But I don't think there's anything that I'm not picky, and
Not picky.
I don't have a hard time slapping something down on the page and using whatever is on my desk. I don't have a problem with that either. So I'm not OCD in that way.
For me, it was pretty much mixed media. I'm not doing it, and gel plate actually, gel plate. I wasn't going to do it. I was like, nope,
Okay.
not going to do it. Not going to do it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then people kept pushing me towards it, and I'm like, oh, hey Michelle, and I'm like, okay, maybe I might do it. And the next thing I know, two of my friends had bought one for me, and now I'm gel plating, and I love it.
well, I will say sometimes I have to pick and choose my battles. You have to pick and choose what you want to do. Like, I like using acrylics, um, and then I do like some watercolor, but I don't really do oil painting because it
Yeah,
takes so long to dry. And it's not that I don't like it. And I do have an oil painting that I've done on the wall, but but that was the only time I did oil paintings. But
right.
I have, I like other products just as well. So,
Yeah,
uh,
exactly. Welcome, Debbie. Let's see. Who or what inspired your style early on?
well, I'm gonna go with Dee Dee and mixed media. Um, she does a variety. She paints, she colors, and she creates in her art room, and she does different journals, and she does the Society of Art Collecting, or of Ideas Collecting, and things like that. So I've learned a lot of stuff from her, and but watching her and Barb Owen, and I also love to watch Cat Hand. She was very popular with her mixed media morsels. I learned so much from her, but it's definitely probably more gluing than anything, but I do paint. I do paint. You saw the chicken a minute ago, and I like the paper piece, and I get all that stuff from my
Yeah,
mom.
yeah. You do
My
a lot
mom.
of like what Dee Dee does with the um gluing different things together to make collages that
Yep,
are
I do.
yeah, that
Hmm.
have
And
collages that kind of have meaning, not just sticking
yep,
stuff together.
totally
Yeah.
mixed media. I consider myself a crafter, and I'm not an artist. I'm a professional crafter, and it's mixed media crafter. And people says, "Oh no, you're an artist." It's like, no, really, I'm not. I'm a crafter, and I take pride in that title. It's not. I'm not downplaying myself because I do so many things. Uh, but I'm a professional crafter. That's all there is to it, and I'm proud of it.
Hey,
Arts and
Desiree,
crafts.
welcome. If you don't know Beth and you aren't already subscribed, her channel is pinned up at the very top up there. So go over and check her out. She does lots of really cool stuff and has really fun swaps. I love doing the swaps. That's, I think, one of my favorite things is doing that. So yeah. What's your favorite thing to make when you're in a creative rut?
Uh
Oh, hey, my honey's on here.
oh
Hey,
oh this
baby.
hi Keith.
Th-
Hi
Yeah.
everybody in chat.
Oh, that's
Um,
my honey.
welcome. Is he in the other room or is he at work or?
He's in the bedroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's back in the
Give us
bedroom.
a
He
thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up.
yes, baby, give us a thumbs up.
My go-to, I have several glue books that I work in, and I take a Reader's Digest book and I turn it into a theme. And like right now, I'm working on a fish book, and I've got a chicken book that I've been working on, and I can always go to these books anytime because they're ongoing. I do them all year long. And this was the chicken book, and I got everything chicken in it. And people send me chicken things, and I put them in the chicken book. And I just take a Reader's Digest or some kind of a novel, and I tear out every other page because I don't want an alligator book. I want a book that kind of closes a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
And but I love doing themed books, and I've done quite a few. I've got a napkin book, I got a bird book, I had a bumblebee yellow book, and I've also did a vintage book. So I'm always working on something. I'm always working on something. And I've got a vintage book that I made online with everybody, and I love to do tassels with beads, anything with beads. I'm a beadaholic, and I did this book with everybody online, and it's kind of a vintage book because it's kind of a creamy, um, vintage stuff, you know, kind of things. And I've got Happy Mail in here as well, but I do things like that, and I like the cutout books that you would get. This one came from Debbie Epps. She's got about 20 books on Amazon of different kind of cutout books for clip art, and they're awesome. You ought to get on Amazon and look her up. She's got some really good stuff out there. But
Very
this is a
cool stuff.
junk journal, and this one's vintage. So my go-to would be, pulling out one of my vintage books or my reverse collage books. And I can show you a reverse collage book here in a little bit too that I like to work in.
I just noticed that my lovely youngest bonus daughter is on here as well, Amanda.
It's a
So
family
she's here
affair.
hanging out. It's the first time either of them have come to one of my lives, so this is
Well,
really
you can
cool. I
tell
love
people
it.
in.
Um, Ellen was asking which what kind of crafts did your mom like to do?
My mother was a school teacher, and she taught
Oh,
for
let's see.
36 years, and she was in anything arts and crafts. She took one of when the oldest boys went to college, she took their room and made it a craft room and had a little desk, and she had all of their old dressers were still in there, and she had the drawers all numbered, and she had a checklist of what was in the top drawer and the third drawer,
Oh,
and she had
wow.
everything. And then it was cross reference and alphabetized. She was a real teacher, but she
She was
taught
way more teacher than me then.
elementary education and art for
Nice.
36 years. And so
Hey,
she
Carrie.
was always in charge of the bulletin boards, the backdrops on the stage. She was always in, everybody came to her for art to help and science fairs, projects and stuff. Oh yeah. She was always doing table decorations, and she could go out in the yard and pick daisies to put on the centerpiece on the tables, and she could put anything together. She was great.
Very
She was a
creative
gem.
mama.
And we always did our homemade wreaths by vine wreaths, the grapevine wreaths. Every year
Uh-huh.
we would make those, and so I was brought up with crafts, and we had a great big 4 foot by 5 foot chalkboard that was we'd lean it up against the wall. We could take it anywhere we wanted, but it was a chalkboard, and we always had sidewalk chalk and playing school and stuff. And one time I got a hold of my mother's. I got a hold of her chalk, and and guess who has her chalk now? This was her poster pastels chalks, and I was drawing on the board with this, and she gently came over to me, and she goes, "Oh, this is mommy's chalk, and it's special. So you have to use the sidewalk chalk." And she took this away from me, but I've got it back. And it did awful on the chalkboard because it's more pigmented. It's got more pigments in it. But this
Right.
chalk is as old as I am. Old as I am. And good story. Thanks, Mom. And
Lucia, yeah, she showed earlier a book that she had her first project
oh,
that she made.
yeah, I'll have to look for it. I don't have it right in front of me. I thought this was it, but it's another pink book. It's not this
Yeah.
one.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So she might show that when she
But
finds it, maybe on her live one
but,
time, she can.
but I've definitely have improved since then.
Right. Well, that, and I don't know about you, but I noticed that my video quality has improved since I've started too. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And all of
Um,
these dolls are from everybody in my room. I didn't make these dolls. They're from everybody in the room, in my craft room,
yeah.
in the doll trade.
Are you more of a cluster queen or a minimalist with flair?
I'm a cluster queen for sure. I love clusters, and I love to throw things together and layer them and spread it out and glue them down and staple them together. And yeah, I'm a cluster. Definitely a cluster.
Cluster queen. um, do you hoard any specific type of ephemera?
Well, I have thrown things away in the past, and then I've regretted it. So
Right.
yes, I'm a hoarder. I am a hoarder. My room is, you can't hardly walk through my room. I've had professional help come in and help me, and it didn't do me any good. And then I have a husband that is a hoarder of some sorts. So I had like a carload of stuff to take to Goodwill, and he just opened up the back door of the car and up and opened the garage, and he started putting things back in the garage, and he took things away. So I don't know who's worse, me or him. But I
I'm
have
like,
downsized a lot, and I've gone to like shoe boxes or those clear boxes, and I have one box, but then I have 3 boxes of lace instead of one box, big box. But I still hoard. But yeah, I'm a hoarder.
yeah, I think most of us are. It's kind of hard not to with
But it's clean.
because
I don't have any bugs or anything.
right. It's not the I need serious help hoarder. It's the um I don't want to get rid of this because I might need it hoarder.
Yeah, you just never
Yeah.
know. And when we do prompts, I've got 135 prompts on this here, and I need to write it over. And I know that there's probably another page worth of prompts in this room that I could add, but you know,
Right.
we do the best we
Right.
can with what we got.
Well, and the other thing too is that once we clean something out and make room, other stuff comes in.
It does, it does. And Joe, he loves to go to the Dollar Tree, and there's nothing, the girls will tell you he'll go to the Dollar Tree every day if you let him, and he'll bring me something back every time.
Aw.
He's good about that.
What a
He
sweetie.
supports
That means he loves you.
He does, and he supports me. And a lot of times he comes into my show and he'll sit over there on the computer side and talk to the girls.
I've heard him do that and saying people's names and talking to them, and yeah, I think that's very
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
Very sweet. Um, do you oh wait a minute. What's one craft supply you secretly hate using?
Something I hate to use. Well, I'm going to say, just looking up here at my cabinet, I'm going to say yes paste.
Oh, really?
It is just so sticky and gooey and messy. I can do the better job with this right here. This is
With
one of
just
my
your
favorite.
Elmer's glue or your
This is
glue
a
stick? Yep.
this is a glue stick that is called Darcy, Darice, online,
Doris. Yeah.
Doris. And I
Yeah.
do like this. It's a nice, smooth, clear. It's better than the purple stuff. This stuff is too soft and it gets all over everything too. But I have both. But I use this one a lot.
Yeah.
But I do have the
Um,
Yes Paste, but I've given all my other glues up for Elmer's.
I saw Legia asked, and you had already kind of answered her. She was asking how people got started with their channels. Um, and yours was
Yeah,
kind of Joe saying, "You can do this, hun," and
yeah,
uh, getting you to the computer and starting you.
yeah. And you see, we both just retired, and I did work a little bit while when I first came down because I couldn't say no. But I have since then, I've since then completely retired. But I was into just home health, and I think he just wanted me to do something, uh, just to have a hobby and do something with whatever I wanted to do because uh, I think that was, the main thing to get me doing some kind of a project. And I'm having a hard time with my sister right now. She won't quit work because she's afraid of having too much time on her hands and she didn't know what she's going to do. And I told her, I said, you're going to start crafting with me. But she
Right?
doesn't. She said, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
No, no, I'm not. So she didn't get
But
the crafting bug from mom then, huh?
so she uses her work as her go-to thing to do, but she's ready to retire. She's of age and past age, but she likes her job and she works at the school as a registrar, and so she's busy and she likes her job, and plus the two grandboys go to that school, so she
So
sees
she
them
gets to
every
see.
day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they come to
Yeah.
her room in the morning and she gets to walk them to their room. And they're
Oh,
spoiled rotten in a loving way.
right.
So
Hey,
that's
Flo.
grandmother's privilege.
Yep, it is. It definitely is. Let's see. What does your craft space actually look like on a bad day?
Well, today I have about, let's see where my ruler at. I've got about, there's 12. I got about 24 inches today
A walking space?
of workspace on the counter here.
Oh, workspace. Gotcha. Gotcha.
I'm in a corner. I'm in a corner. I got a corner cabinet in here. Joe put me up kitchen cabinets in here. and it's totally awesome. And I've got everything on the right and everything on the left, and um, yeah, and sometimes it creeps in on me, and I have to push it out so that I can have this much for you guys. So yeah, this is all that I have right here. It's full.
do you do you have to do the whole tiptoe through the tulips in order to get to your craft space?
I have a path. I have a
You
footpath.
have a path, yeah.
And
Well,
I
I
have
have.
been, I've been really, really, I got about 4 or 5 boxes in the hallway where I thought, well, I'm going to take all this out and then I can sort of get going on the organizing, but I'm still working on that.
Yeah. Um,
It's all
Somebody's
good.
asking what made me start my YouTube channel. Um, I started honestly because my stepdaughter, or bonus daughter, Danielle, kept telling me I should. And when I decided that I was going to retire, she started kind of like pushing it more and saying, you should do a YouTube channel. You do so great at your craft, and you should sell your stuff. And she just kind of kept dropping it in my ear. And when I retired, I started the very next day.
Wow.
I retired one day and started my channel the next day. So it's pretty much Danielle's fault. And I
All her
love
fault.
her for
Mhm.
it. I love her for it. She's in Australia right now, which I'm very
Oh,
jealous. Visiting
my,
the other
my
bonus daughter.
granddaughter lives in Australia too.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah, she's they're visiting her sister and nephews and brother-in-law. So um, yeah. All right. Did you film? But you've always just done lives, right? You don't do upload regular videos.
I have uploaded, but it's not my forte because I forget how to do it. But I usually do lives.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a live girl.
It's a lot of people either do just lives or um yeah, no, Carrie, I did not waste any time whatsoever. What is your biggest crafting pet peeve?
Uh, a pet peeve. Well, um, probably I would. It's not really a pet peeve, but I would, if I had to say something, is I start things and I don't always finish them. I get started on them, and then after a week, I move on. Like the doll trade, the doll book is finished, and it'll go on the shelf. It's finished. But sometimes when I do other things, like I have a book here, but it's not a pet peeve. It's just something I love to do. But I have a Power Woman book, and this book here is very popular. I've done it since probably 2019. I might have a date in here, but it's nothing but blue book of women, and this is my power women, and I give them all names. They're shiny and active and creative and beaming, and but this is a power woman book that I've done, and everybody always loves it. And I've got two. I got a Power Woman number 2 book that's on the shelf too, and this is an ongoing book that I continually to glue women down in. And so I've done like all the big ones, and now I'm gluing little ones in around the edges of them. The more the merrier. But this is my Power Woman book. But I probably where I because I've got several books of art books that I've started where I've uh, learned how to draw, uh, learning how to draw an item, something within 10 moves, stuff like that. And I've got some watercolor books over there that I haven't finished, but I just like to keep moving along, and I'll go back every now and then. I'll go back and get those books and bring them out, for an oldie but goodie day.
Yeah, yeah. Hey Lamont, hey Zippy.
But I would say
Um,
finishing things would be my probably my hardest.
The hardest thing for you? Yeah. That is hard, especially if there's something that it's like, ooh, this looks like a lot of fun. Let's try that.
Yeah.
And then it gets pushed by the wayside. Yeah, I get it. I get it. How has your style changed over time?
My style has changed in the variety. I do such a variety now. Um, I would say my it's broadened. My vision is bigger and better. I do more and more things, and I'm not afraid to get something new and do something different and make it
Right.
up. I make it up as I go.
So when you first started, what were you mainly doing?
I'll see if I can't find. I'll find one of my oldest books, and I can show you. This one was done in 24, so this was last year's, and then you can see how I have improved in my techniques. I think I've improved as I go along. Um, with my drawings, and sometimes I do silly things every day, and like I had this dog here, and I did it out of paper piecing. It was a coloring book page,
Oh,
and then I liked it so much I painted him over here. So the sky is the limit. There's no, and then we used to do this was paint blobs. So I would drop the paint on the paper, and then everybody would say, "What do you see? What do you see?" And they would tell me they see this or that, and I'd draw it. And it was a little game that we played, and we need to get to do that again sometime. but I just do a variety. Yeah, I painted the kitties. I had the kitty cat picture as my inspiration, and then this was what I painted, and it looks good together.
so was the one on the left was that something that you colored?
No, it's a picture. It came out of a magazine. Actually, it was Happy Meal from Mary
Oh, nice.
Altier.
We're out there.
Joe's in the house.
Hello, ladies. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Joe.
Hello. How are you?
Good. I was going to say it's not really a Beth. It's not a Beth show unless Mr. Joe shows up in there
It's
somewhere.
the Beth and Joe show.
It's,
It is.
that
He's
dog.
usually along
Did
for
you
the
do
ride
that?
just at least for a
Yeah,
little
I did.
bit.
You did?
Yeah.
Mm.
But this is a good example of mixed media. I got this flower. This is a piece of fabric in what do you call those little patches like that you get off of fabric? It's
Uh,
it's thick
Applique?
fabric. It's thick. And then I've got a picture here from the catalog, on top of it. And then I've got paint, and I've got dots over here. I've got these little white stickers on as dots sporadically on there. So this is what I call true mixed media.
Variety.
It's a variety. Whatever's on.
Variety. There you go.
That's a cute dog. That's the
Yeah,
first time I seen it.
that was last year. And then we did the fox.
Yeah.
Aw,
And I have a fox book. This is
cute.
during the fox book years. This was all in 24.
I love that you put your inspiration there and then do
Yeah,
it.
I like to do that, and sometimes I'll paint from a napkin. If I see a pretty napkin, I'll paint it, and then of course I like to do seasonal things. We're getting into
So
winter here and
your
Christmas,
inspiration comes from just about.
and I'll
Guy's
I'll
really
look
busy
I'll
right
look
now.
pictures up on the web and click images, and I can pick what I want to paint, or have the girls send me a picture, and then we play games. This was roll a snowman.
Oh, cute.
So we go all out for Christmas. This is all mixed media too. All kinds of
Christmas time
stuff.
is a great time to do material.
Oh man, we do lots of Christmas
Oh,
stuff.
I know it. Look at those
Christmas
guys.
is a fun one to do
Yeah, the glare.
because there is so much you can do for it.
Yeah.
so much. What do you do when you're feeling stuck or uninspired?
I don't know. I like to watch YouTube and watch videos on YouTube, and then I get inspired and I come in here and do it. Find something that I like. But I do it
That's
3 times a week, so um, I just don't have a problem with coming up with an idea. I don't have a problem.
well, especially since you get your inspiration through so many different places.
Just by searching and picking the images when you do a search, and then watching YouTube craft shows, 5 minute video, those 5 minute craft shows and stuff like that. And people send me videos all the time, and I said, okay, I'll do that. I'll do that for you. And so you know. And then if somebody in the crafting community is doing something, then I'll try to copy what they're doing and try that too, that technique.
I love that your art is so free and natural. It's not like overthought like
Yeah, I'm
mine is.
I call my art more whimsical. It's not realistic. It's more whimsical looking,
Yeah.
if I had to
When it
describe it.
comes, it's not, you don't have a whole lot of thinking. Like you don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about it. You just
I go
do
with
it.
the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. But I have a
Yeah.
lot of games. We got roll of candy cane, roll of gingerbread man. We got a lot of roll games that we do. And
Those are fun. I used to do those with my students too. Those are a
yes,
lot of fun.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. What part of junk journaling or mixed media still feels magical to you?
What feels
Oh, that's cute.
magical? Well, whenever I do anything, I've discovered that I always have to go through an ugly stage before I get to a pretty stage. And
Right?
and and you hate it. You hate the ugly. You want to throw it away and start over. But no, 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 no. Don't start over. Keep going because you will finish it. And when you do finish it, you're going to like it. And that's what I did to this chicken while we were sitting here. I made this chicken last night. I was so embarrassed because Dee Dee was in my room, and I didn't have the face colored in. And when I colored the face in orange while I was sitting here waiting on you, I said, "That's it. That was the last step that made that chicken come to life." Then I got to put stickers on it, but I like it so much better now than I did last night because I continued to work on it. So you just don't give up. Just don't give up on yourself, and you have to remember you can't be great all the time. You're going to have some mediocre stuff, and it's okay.
Right.
It's okay because it makes this one look 10 times better than anything else I've ever done. And then it just comes out that way. It's the luck of the draw.
Well, you can always go back to it with
Yeah.
a fresh eye and add and like Juju likes to do, she will, don't like how it turned out. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of gesso over top of it and retry, So yeah, there's different ways. Hey, Amy, welcome. Welcome, Angie. All right. How has the junk journaling or mixed media community surprised you?
Well, the people I hang out with, it's it's a good clean group. It's a clean group,
Right.
and we don't include other outside things. We it's all about the art. I keep saying okay, and every now and then my chat room will get off subject, and if it's something I'm not fond of, I'll let it go for a little bit, but then I'll say, okay, guys, everybody in the chat room, let's get back to the art. What are we doing here? And I said, let's get back to the art, and we will talk about that some other time. And not to be rude, but it does it brings them back down to earth and back to the chat room where it should be.
Right. Yeah. Well, and that's, it's part of life, and people start talking about something, but you
especially current
you
events.
have
Yeah.
to, yeah, you have to be, you have to set the example for what you want your community to look like.
Right.
You'll attract that kind, and if
And
you
I
allow
have to be
it
true
to
to
go
myself
somewhere,
too. Yeah.
yes, but if you allow it to go somewhere that you don't want it to go without stopping it, then it suddenly turns into something that you don't want
Yeah.
it to be anymore.
I,
And so that's,
it,
yeah,
right. It's my chat room. It's my channel. If you want to talk about that, you all can. Just go to another room.
right, yeah,
Get on Messenger or something and chat about it. And there's nothing wrong with wrong with that. But I like to keep my room kind of straight and narrow on the art, anything art related. And that's the same thing with my Facebook group. It's not a selling channel. It's an art channel. And
right,
anything that you do that's creative, whether it's acting or drawing or gardening, any kind of craft, any kind of hobby that you do, you're invited to post those pictures in my room. And the only reason why I don't sell is because I've had people try to come in. I never see them before, and they want to post all these flowers for a yard sale, and then I never see them again. Well,
right,
that's rude. So I
yeah,
just say, okay, no selling. But I
yeah,
do, I do encourage hops and people who are bringing their channels out, learning, um, trying to grow their channels. You can
yeah,
contact Dana Yates, and she's doing a hop in October where people can talk about their channels and try to get some new subscribers. And uh, she's doing a hop where anybody under 1,000 can go and join her hop and try to share your art with other people,
I,
get people to subscribe.
I am signed up for that one, and I'm very excited about it. It sounds like so much
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, I've been promoting it
So
big
much
time.
fun. Yes, that's fantastic. All right. Oh, I don't have my other questions up here. Hang on a second here.
Okay.
I have my uh crafty kind of roulette kind of questions here that so pick a number between 1 and 15.
You want me to pick a number between 1 and 15? 3.
Yes, ma'am. 3. All right. Um what is one supply you have but you have never used?
Well, I've used my gold my gold leaf paper before, but I can't find it. Does that count? Does that count? Uh,
Yeah.
I have used it, but I've been looking for it. I've been wanting to find it forever, and I keep looking, and I don't know what I've done with it. So buried items. I have several buried items, and um, I probably have some craft items in my closet uh, that I have never used. But I do I try to show all my art hauls, and try to use things. I just you can see my art. You can see I use everything, in my art,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
as far as little things. And I use a lot of different markers. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know of one thing that I have. I might have, not used it very often, but I might have some things up there that maybe I've only used once, but I just don't know what that would be at this time.
Right.
Uh,
Exactly.
I know I've got a lot of things that I wish I could do more of, uh, stuff, different things, but
Right.
uh,
Right. All right. Pick another number between 1 and 15.
okay, 5.
If you could only have 3 supplies to use for 1 week, what would they be? And that doesn't include like not the basic stuff. So like scissors, glue,
Scissors, paper,
but
glue, magazines.
yeah. So that's
Uh,
your basics. So what 3 things would you have to have?
I'd say I love working with fibers, you know,
Mm-hmm.
some type of fiber, and that would include lace or material, ribbon, and things like that. I love acrylic paints. I
Mm-hmm.
love working with my acrylic paints. Um, and maybe my assortment of cutout books, my craft books that I cut out things in. I use those a lot.
Yeah, like your magazines and all that kind of stuff that
Yeah,
you cut things out of. Yeah.
some of the here they are. Some of these type of books here.
There's that word that nobody likes, but it's your fodder.
Fodder. Yeah, yeah.
The stuff where, yeah, the fodder that you use to
And
make. I don't know why people get so.
I probably have never taken anything out of this book. That's something I haven't used. Something out of this book. And it's been over
Hey,
here.
Teresa.
So I was trying to look for Debbie Epps. She comes in my room a lot, and
She's here.
is she in there in the room?
Yep, she's here.
And she's got some really good collage books. This one's
Yes.
book number 15, and look how thick it is. It's a thick
I
one.
love her stuff.
And
She actually, she was on last week with me.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. And she has all of her stuff right
Well,
now is on sale. If you email her the one that you
yeah,
want, then she
yeah,
will give it to you at a cheaper price.
yeah.
So
She's she's good.
yep, she
And
does
this
some
is
really
another
cool
one of
stuff too.
hers.
All right, another number 1 to 15.
Number 8.
Number 8. Let's see, 6, 7, 8. What color do you avoid using and why?
Well, I'm not fond of, just dark brown and too dark of a green. I do use those colors, but uh, probably I could just look at the bottom and see what's at the bottom of my collars down here. Some of these old and but I do use a rainbow of colors, and my favorite color is blue, and it's not just blue, it's shades of blue is my favorite color. If
So
I
it's
had to
not
pick,
one particular color of blue,
yeah,
but it's like
yeah,
different.
it's
Yeah.
a blend. It's a blend, and I do have a blue box. This is my favorite color right here. All of this together.
All of those are your blues.
Yeah, I went on a blue kick this summer, and I said I'm not going to be without blue again. So there's all my shades of blue.
Do you have like a certain acrylic paint that you really like as opposed to other ones, or is
Uh,
it just
I
the
really like
cheap stuff and I don't
Apple
care?
Barrel would be my go-to, which is a Walmart brand,
Uh
and
huh.
um, I and a lot of times when I paint, I do use a palette sometimes, but most of the time I just paint out of the jar. And with the Apple Barrel, I don't have a problem with it being too thick or not, and it's a good thing. But I when I bought all of these blues, I went on Amazon and I bought all the ones that were uh, under $1 that were on sale for 58 cents or something like that. And I
Uh
bought
huh.
all of the blues that were the lowest price. And I've got some chalk ones mixed in there and some other um, metallic blue colors are mixed up in that too. And they were a little bit more like $1. But I bought everything, that was really super cheap. They were on sale and they were clearance. So, I jumped on that sale.
Um, Carrie from Thumbprint Creation says, "I don't think you have enough blue paints."
Oh, I know. There's always room for another blue.
What did you do for Maggie Smith on your card? Maybe
Maggie
that was
Smith.
for somebody else. That must have been for somebody else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
because
know
she said something about Miss Smarty Pants. Um, all right, pick another number.
Number 10.
If you had to break up with one type of paper, what's getting ghosted?
The plain paper, like copy paper. I mean, the only thing it's good for is copying. It's not for
Right.
art.
No, I mean, you can try, but it's not going to work very well.
No, I
Yeah.
like using cardstock, and the cardstock isn't what it used to be. They've changed it, but I like mixed media paper the best. And you've got watercolor paper and sketch paper, and I don't care for sketch paper. It's slick and it's thin, too thin, like copy paper. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I really like watercolor paper.
yeah, I do too. It's nice and thick.
I love the thickness of it, and that's what I'm playing with right now. It's fun. But of course, I'm also watercoloring right now, so yeah. All right, one more number.
12.
If you, whoop, that was the wrong one. How many how many unfinished journals do you currently have?
Um, uh, an unknown amount.
An
Unknown.
unknown amount.
Unknown amount.
I laughed because you were saying how you
But
like start something and then move on. So
well, it's like these mixed media books. I've got all of these are finished. All of this type of books are finished, but and I only have that's not finished yet. The current one I'm working on, and so I could say all of these are finished. All of these because there's no more paper in the back, and but I have other books and things that I use all the time, and coloring pages. And a lot of the coloring books that I have, I always tear the pages out and use the pages in my art.
right, yeah.
So I've
So,
got a
but
lot.
you have books that aren't finished, but you go back and add to them. It's not like they just sit there and never get finished.
These journals are finished, are all finished
Yeah,
in every aspect. And a lot of times I have a big book and a little book, to use. And like this little book here, it's a watercolor book, and I've done pencils and watercolors in it, and I'm not finished it, but it sits
yeah,
on my desk, and every now and then I'll pull it out and start working in it again, you know,
right.
and and I like everything that I do, but like I said, I just like to do so many other things. I have a hard time sticking to just one thing,
Right, exactly,
you know,
exactly.
and everything. Sometimes I just do something so easy. You don't feel good. You don't want to do something too heavy. So this was like 4 different colors, and I put a stamp on each corner. And that was my project for that day, and
Right.
it was simple, easy, and light for that day. And
Yeah,
then
it
other
doesn't
times,
always have to be a full blown fancy thing. It can be something
yeah,
simple,
yeah.
and easy to do. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. All right. Well, is there anything that you wanted to talk about that we didn't get a chance
No,
to talk about?
I think everybody kind of can get an idea of who I am and what I like to do, and I'll try anything, and I do try to do what the chat room tells me to do, or or if they ask me to plan for something different or something, I'll look into it, and
Yeah,
I'm always trying new things, always, and so
that's one.
it's all about the mixed media.
That's one thing that I really admire about you and Juju and Becca. You're just so your art comes easy and free, and you're not afraid of trying and
I, and I take
experimenting
I take the
and
when they throw things at me, I'll say, what color you want me to do this in? And they'll tell me, or what word you want me to use, or they tell me, the chat room bosses me around sometimes, and I
Oh,
allow that. I allow that.
mine
And
does
then sometimes
too.
I love to do something so much, I'll do it again on the other page.
Right. I do also ask for help, but sometimes it gets overwhelming. I have to admit, because there was one day that I was trying to figure out the spine on a journal, and it got a little overwhelming because there were so many good ideas, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, and I'm like, okay, we're putting this on the back burner. I'm gonna think about it, and we're gonna move on
I
to
did
something
this
else.
with Debbie
I just
Epps. I did this with Debbie Epps.
that picture.
Uh-huh.
Hang on,
It
let me
was
make you
from a
bigger.
fast and fun book that we had, and I'm still using it. This is eggshell art. You ever use eggshell
No,
in your art? Well,
Cheryl.
you'll
Yeah,
have to come over and I'll demo it for you sometime.
Cheryl says we throw things in a different way. Yes, you guys do definitely throw things in a different way at me.
Yeah. See, this was a silhouette of a cat, and I used it. I used it for this page, or I used this, and I had a copy of it, and I did it again and just flipped it over on this page. Same cat.
Oh wow.
And this was a fun project to do, and it's made from women from a fashion magazine, and you cut them out of the fashion magazine, and when you cut them out, cut them with out of the black, and then you have your silhouette in the background, and you can do, that's how get your silhouettes to look like that.
Oh nice.
This was Rolla Picasso. We used to play bingo too. We played bingo in my room. And this was probably a prompt page. It looks like it might have been a prompt page. And a glue page. I do a lot of glue pages.
Oh, look at your scarecrow. Was that a roll one there too? The scarecrow.
No, no, this was a picture. It was a fall for September of 24. I get a picture, or somebody will send me a picture, and I'll draw it. And I like to do these type of girls. And here's the picture of the girl down here, and there I painted her.
Aw. Very cool.
Yeah, fun. We had
Yeah,
lots of fun, and this was an image off the internet.
that's adorable.
It is. I don't. I like to do everything. And of course, all of these over here are Happy Meal pages. People that send me stuff, and I make a page out
Yes,
of it.
I
And
love that.
and it's fun to do that. And they enjoy me using their stuff. Too.
Yes,
It makes them feel good.
yes, most definitely.
And see, like
Juju said,
this little girl here. See, I've got little string in her fur bows. And then I've got some lace on her pant legs down here. There's a little bit of lace.
that's
That's
cute. Juju says the first game that she played with you was bingo.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, we used to do bingo. And see, I do it with prompts. I do the bingo page with prompts. And people who play in the bingo play in the numbers. And then it's one through 25. And then I have a page of prompts from 1 to 25, and I'll pick that number and put that prompt down on a page while they do the game when we play
Oh,
bingo.
that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
It sounds like a
And then I
lot
do
of fun.
these weird ones, and I don't know how I get a hold of these weird ones, and I just love this. It's so different. It's crafting paper with acorns on it, and I made a pumpkin, and it's just so cool, and all the texture on the horn of it. It's got all that textury stuff. That's what I like to do.
Just add different texture and play. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well,
But
thank you, Beth.
you're
I
welcome.
really appreciate you coming on and hanging out and talking with me,
Thanks
and
for having me.
sharing your art and
Yep.
with my side of the community and bringing some of your side of the community over as well. Legia says weird is good. That's cute.
I know. I know. But look at this werewolf, man. Look at he's got eyelash trim on his. He's got furry. You
To
know.
make him furry, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
We use what we have.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So thanks, guys. Thank you, Pam.
Thank you. I really appreciate you coming in. And next week, guys, is my lovely friend Jay from Lovely's Crafting Lodge. She will be our guest next Friday at 6 o'clock. Just as a reminder, Beth has a Facebook group, Beth's Crafty Mixed Media Room. So if you are interested in joining that group, you can head over to Facebook and join that. Her channel is pinned up at the top. She is on every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So you can check her out over there. It's a lot of fun to go over and hang out with Beth and watch her do. She doesn't just like work on one project. It's like she does a little bit here and then a little bit there and a little bit here
Yeah.
and a little bit there. And
I'm on
it's
3
really
hours, so I get at least 3 good projects in, at least.
exactly. Welcome, Anne. Oh, you missed her, but you can go back and watch the replay, honey. That would be awesome. So, all right. Well, thank you for coming, Beth. Thank you for everybody that came and hung out with us. We do not take it lightly that you choose to spend some of your time with us when you could be doing something different. So, I know I super appreciate that and love that you do choose to come and hang out with us. So, thank you so much. And I will be on after Juju. Juju comes on in about an hour, and then I will be on right after Juju for my normal long haul until tomorrow morning. So, all right, guys, thank you. Love you. Bye.
Bye,
Oops, you can't
everybody.
see you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.